to the Elevate Show. Happy New Year! Karibuni sana. My name is Mwikali Mary, and alongside me on the Elevate Show is none other than the one, the only, the New Year, Benjamin Zulu.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year! Lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you too. I like the vibe. Just spot on.
Thank you. This
Guys,
is how we're starting.
this is called turquoise green.
Hey, for a gentleman to know that color, we have to give it up to Zulu. Sijui ni nani anamfunza, lakini we highly suspect we know who, right?
We know who, yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
You spent your holidays well?
Yeah, I spent it well, and I'm happy we're talking about the aftermath.
Yes, because that's where I'm going. And
Yeah.
you have your New Year resolutions down. Do you do them January?
One of my resolutions is that I want results now, not resolutions. You know, I've been doing a lot of resolutions,
Yes.
and they just soothe me.
Yeah.
That I sound focused.
I don't know what that makes me feel about myself. Nimeziandika kweli kweli.
And I feel
Yeah, I did it.
focused.
I was focused. I had a journal,
You know,
slow music, jazz playing in the background, and I have a list.
so you get a lot of dopamine boost.
Yes.
From fantasies. So this one of my resolutions was, please, I need results now,
Yes.
not just resolutions.
Yeah.
So instead of just setting goals, I set the habit. Because habit demands immediate action.
That's so true.
And habit is the momentum that drives me to the goal after the fireworks have died off, and the jingles,
Yes.
and the motivation.
Yes.
And the climate where we are declaring and announcing after people have dispersed.
Yes.
Do I keep the habit? The other thing I want to keep, not just now, the habit is also not to-do list. You know that to-do list is very motivating?
Yeah.
But there's another private one which you may not share online called not to do.
Aha. Okay.
Not to do. Who not to get back to? Things not to do again. They were sleeping, they're fighting with the alarm 7 times.
Where is the exit? I need to leave the building.
You know, because I realize it is a small foxes that bleed my energy away. It's not an outrageous big thing. It's not the ex from 2014.
No.
Who comes and takes me away.
Yes.
It is the slow, going back to the company I know consoles me.
Yeah.
To people tolerate my mediocrity. It is not picking the call for the person who calls me back to accountability.
Yeah.
It is not, that is, the not to-do list for me is what keeps, it's the speed governor, you know?
Okay.
The goals are the accelerator. I'm accelerating. But what about the speed governor?
Yeah.
For what not to do? So for me, that was a realization that it's not the sensationalism I need, it's the stability. So I'm not now excited with, I just want stability. Actually, one of my goals is to have boring routines.
Those are the things that work.
Monotonous, repetitive,
Yes.
boring.
That is.
Waking up without feeling it, dragging your feet, yawning, and still sitting at the point to read, and still picking your kid at school, and still listening to your partner, and still eating a healthy thing, and still please the sweet tooth away, boring. You know, feeding your, going back to the treadmill or to the exercise.
Yes.
The boring routines is what now I'm attracted to, because I realize we are too much on motivation, we are too much on hype. You're too much on, you know, and then the hype dies off.
It does.
I'm beginning to just value things that are gray, dry, but they push me forward.
Aki nasikia kupiga makofi. Please.
You know?
And you know, the reason why I feel strongly towards what you've said, Zulu, is for the longest time I did not like routine. I was just like, my personality doesn't allow that. Oh my God, I can't do that.
Too repetitive.
Every day, no, I need zazz, I need But the moment I tried routine boring, for the first time I saw actual results. And then it hit home. You wake up every day, go to that gym. Wake up, eat that white chicken and mboga. Every day, you will see the results.
You know, I never knew that chapati is not mandatory, carbs are not mandatory. I used to think the tea must be very sweet.
Yes.
You know, things must be very... Now I know the healthy things are... You retrain your taste to enjoy other flavors of life.
Yes.
You know? And the other thing that I find exciting, apart from just the boring stability, is to make decisions and put them in a system so that I don't have emotional lifting every morning. For example, I decide what I'll put aside for a project before the salary comes.
Okay.
And I tell the bank, standing order,
Yes.
put aside 20% to that account.
Yes.
So that February, I'm not asking, do I feel like putting it aside? But according to, can I skip this month? Systems that remove emotional labor,
Yes.
emotional fatigue.
Yes.
Some of us give up because of so many decisions to make every day.
It's overwhelming.
You need to put the systems that it decides ahead of. System is just a routine that you delegate to a bank, delegate to a person who picks you every morning at 6 for gym, and they don't listen to nonsense. Actually, you should instill consequences.
Yes.
That when you don't show up, you give them something that they don't return. 10K, a pinch. If I don't show up, eat
I
the
will
10K.
wake up.
When you know there's consequence.
Yes.
You know? And I saw one person writing, saying, those of you who have been buying me alcohol, Fombe, I don't want your Fombe this time. Please don't call me. I'm not picking your call. He's wrestling with it because he's still inclined to responding when those who spoil him with alcohol call.
Yes.
Many of us may not be Fombe, but we have another Fombe. He was using that. You may be on Fombe that a person who spoils you with it will show up. You know, that X was the password to your heart. I mean, that person knows what to say to get you. You know, they just mentioned Novotel. Do you remember Novotel?
Jehovah.
You know,
Umeisha.
they just know where to mention.
Yes.
I think it's that friend who you tell, should you realize I chatted with the Novotel ex? You know, here is 5K, eat it.
Yeah.
When I know there's consequence, personal covenants, systems that ahead remove debates, remove need for inspiration.
Yes.
You know, with time, discipline becomes power because you can predict your tomorrow. Another thing that I found very useful is to teach my will to respect my word. That is keeping small promises to myself. And I don't have a promise, just start with the small promises
Yes.
that I can keep to myself so that my own will can respect my word. If I say I wake up at 6, don't start with 3 a.m. You see people waking at 3 a.m. It's crazy. They started far away.
Yes.
Don't jump there. Some of us really attempt the impossible way. Starting tomorrow, I'm waking up at 3.
Yes.
And you've been waking up at 7. That's too much a jump. That's too much. Just move backwards with 1 hour. And you'll be sleepy for that 1 hour. You'll be sleepy.
Yes.
Then you'll adjust. So I realized if I can just keep promises to myself, to teach my will to respect my word, so that when I talk to other people, there's no another way saying, hey, look at you. You always say that. Eh? You know, I realize the critics outside here really are not my problem. It's the critic inside. Who whispers every time I answer. They're like, finish talking, my friend. Eh?
Yeah.
We are used to this.
Yes.
So if I can keep small promises to myself, don't cut all the sugar from your tea at once.
Yeah.
Just, you have been putting 5 spoons. Now you don't move from 5 to 0. Move to 2.
Yes.
It will feel tasteless for a while.
Yeah.
You wrestle with it,
Yes.
and then you'll adapt. Then you go like that. So I realize if I keep small promises to I make them small because I realize our nervous system is very stubborn.
It is.
Does not like too much changes. You know, and one thing that also I remembered last year is that I've been hoping people change, forgetting how hard it is for me to change myself.
Oof, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Dating a person hoping they'll stop smoking, they'll stop talking to the ex, they'll stop becoming a serial baby mama, they'll stop being a professional baby daddy, they'll stop. You know?
Yes.
Hoping they stop. Think about yourself. How hard has it been to change your waking time?
Absolutely.
How hard has it been for you to change your friends? How hard has it been to change your dressing style? How hard has it been to change a small habit like brushing twice? I mean, just pick a small thing,
Yeah.
like brushing your teeth twice rather than
a day.
once. Or adding one bath shower, okay?
Yes.
Into your schedule.
Yes.
How hard was it? When I remember how hard it is to change myself, now I stopped banking on people changing.
Okay. Okay.
So I start dealing with them as a year.
Yeah.
The only change I bank on now is the change itself. When I see a person who is inclined to learn, inclined to try new things, I can bank on that. This person likes improving. Mikali is always reading a book. I see her experimenting things. I see her putting herself through the discomfort of gym.
Yes.
For example, she has not given me the permission, but I can say Mikali is very disciplined in her eating. She work morning and evening. And in between the 2 heavy duties, she's just taking a cup of coffee. I was just telling her off a camera there with a friend that I wish when I grow up, I don't want to be like you. Because she was working the whole day and the lunch is a cup of coffee. No, please, can you give me full meal before we talk?
Yes.
I can see this girl committed to something. Now I can bank. If I wanted to date Mikali, marry Mikali, you can see she's one person who has a commitment to small things of her own, which means she'll expect the same of me.
Yes.
If I'm just indulgent, I only live once, I have to enjoy, you will differ with me. Mikali.
That's true. That is very true.
She can endure discomfort in a consistent way to achieve something. That's the only change now I'm banking on people. What I find them committed to, consistent, I believe, patterns more than potential.
Oof. Yes.
Yes.
And you know, the beauty about this conversation, and I really, really, really love the gems that you're throwing out there, is we are at the beginning of the year. And we've just been looking at this thing probably in one direction. Because I don't know if anyone here, nani hapa amefanya nini goals zake za hii mwaka? Hamjafanya hata mjui? Hey, basi not to do list. Mliwahi isikia before? Mko na hiyo list ya not to do? Mtatuambia ni nini hiyo mmesema mtadu hii mwaka? Lakini mnajua kile mtadu? Mnajua? Okay, great. So one of the things that is heavy is when we set these goals for ourselves, new me, I'll eat better, I will do those things better, is that it's good, like you've said. But January also comes with pressure. Pressure ya finances. Uli overindulge December, January iko hapa, ya January has 60 days. Are you ready for that? Did you set aside the monies for that? What are your money habits? What are you going to do better this year when it comes to money? And that is the conversation that we are having today on this show. So ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Mercy Gashoki, who is a financial advisor and the MD, Swift Beulah Insurance Agency Limited. Karibu sana, Mercy. Welcome back to the Elevate Show. We're starting the new year with a conversation around money after the festivities. How do we handle money after tumesha jibamba yetu yote? And Mercy is here to assist because for most Kenyans, January is the longest month of the year. It is tough. I don't know if it's blues from festivities and now getting back to work, but really it feels longer. Nakanga ni kama iko na 37, 60 days. But what are some of the things that we do? What are some of the mistakes that we do during the festivities? Ndio maana January is January for most Kenyans.
Well, thank you, Mwikari. First things first, it's all about mindset.
Mindset.
Yep. We have the culture of spending other than, saving and investing. And that's why the January never seems to have the 30 days. It seems to have the 90 actually. For me, it looks 90. And for some of the people that I've, met, it looks a bit longer because they overspend. Because normally, most people don't budget for Christmas. It's just the hype. You're meeting the expectations of the village people whom you want to tell, I've come from the city.
Yes.
And even from the village, you want to prove to someone else, I got this.
Yes.
So in the course of all that, you find people working without no budget, not even an imagination of what will happen next.
Yes.
Then once it happens, you find them wondering, how did it happen? Yet they are the cause. So essentially, one thing I'd like to tell us is that the key thing as we get into this so-called January,
yes,
is just have a mindset shift.
Yes.
If you're getting into January from the hunger of overspending in Christmas, tell yourself then, okay, this being the case, I'm going to change from the hunger to set systems, as Benjamin said earlier, that will make me now have a better way, a better programmed way, that will move me in a swifter and a smooth way that I won't have to feel like January is taking the longest time ever. Yeah. Okay,
and when you talk about the mindset, do we shift it now or is it better to shift it kabla December ifike?
Essentially, it should have happened earlier.
Yes.
But in case you have been hospitalized in the mindset of not planning,
yes,
you can even have it as a goal.
Yes.
You tell yourself, because I want to change my mindset. Can you focus on reading books on how to change it? Because right now I might be saying mindset change, but yet someone here doesn't even understand what am I talking about.
Yeah.
So essentially is to ask yourself, what can make my mind look at financial life differently?
Okay.
Is it having podcasts that tell you more about money? Is it reading books that tell you more about money? Is it listening to financial advisors? Is it working with mentors that mentor you accordingly? Is it even having friends who have scaled higher, who don't look at life the way you look at it? Because I can tell you this for sure. As long as you keep yourself in a circle of friends who suffer the same problems with you, you'll always be in the cycle of the same problems.
Yeah, that is so true.
Yeah.
And even as we start this year and we are setting out to probably get our money thing right this year, to just focus on that and be better. Practical things, just before we open up the floor, because najua wako na maswali za kujua pesa zao zitafanyika nini leo hii mwaka. But what are some of the practical things that probably we should consider even as we're looking to better our financial health?
Well, first things first, as I've said, set up systems. You know, if you have no plans, financial solutions, by that I mean, if you have not opened accounts where you'll be saving or investing into,
Okay.
start by that. You know, if you're employed and you don't even set aside 10%, forget about that. Tell yourself, then you'll start with 10% of your amount and goes to your savings. Open an account for it. Today, we not only talk about the bank account, but also talk about the money market accounts. These things rampant here. Everybody have an idea of money market. And you can open this account with as low as 1,000. So you are not limited. You can only be limited by your mind.
Oof. Yeah? Is your mind limiting you? And when you talked about mindset, earlier today, we had a conversation around financial trauma, Zulu. And it's interesting how one of the psychologists that I was talking to said how she grew up. She didn't even have a bank account until she needed to have one to fly out of this country. She'd get her money and budget nicely, lakini pale kwa nyumba. She couldn't get into a circle because she had the mindset of, I do not have money. And what she needed for the circle is 200 bob. She was earning 20, I take home 18. Which is like, by the time I started learning and knowing about money, I was 30. So sometimes it is a mindset shift, but you're coming from a place of when you grew up, you were told money, people who are rich are greedy, money does not grow on trees, money is evil, put your money aside where you can see it, all of that. How is that paired with you as a grown-up trying to get your money together?
Is it to me?
Yes.
And thank you so much, because financial trauma is, I hope you know that money issues have overtaken infidelity and in-laws in breaking marriages.
Yep.
Nowadays, really people divorce more on financial friction, financial trauma. Now that you use the word trauma, let's remind ourselves this. Trauma is like that subconscious programming or such a deep-seated fear that you take as normal that you don't even question it. Many of us opened the bank account when you are joining university,
Yes.
because you needed to provide for help or those kind of things. Just to say, I think, Mwikali, if you've asked us whether we are willing to change our mindset. Your mind is the tool you operate with, and it never tells you when it has an issue. What you think with your mind is what appears to be normal. It takes a lot of mirroring to actually examine your own mindset.
Yeah.
And one of the things we can start with, just like your friend was explaining, is that you can start by exposing yourself to people who live differently.
Okay.
Just people who have succeeded.
Yes.
For a long time, I hope you know kids from those of us who come from families that struggled, we are taught to look for a job that is employable.
Okay.
Kids from those who know about money and wealth, they're taught to look for the gift that they can sell to the world. What they can do easiest,
Yes.
what they can build a system around.
Yes.
But for us, we are being prepared for employment, they're being prepared for productivity, independence. We are being prepared to be dependent on employment.
Yes.
We are being prepared to be independent. And we grew up seeing that money is mysterious. Those who have it, either Illuminati or politicians who stole, I don't know where, the rich people are wicked, they stole my money. The money you don't have was stolen.
Yes. Yes.
So I think, Mwikali, the one thing we can reward ourselves this year is to crush your ego by exposing yourself to the wealthy and stop hating them. Learn from them.
Yeah.
Stop calling them funny names and you curse. You can never belong to what you curse.
Yes.
You don't, this world is energetic. The things you repel mentally by suspecting them, hating them, they also repel you.
Yes.
When you come close to wealthy people, they'll pick your attitude.
Yes.
But if you admire them, you want to learn a point, I didn't think it was Aristotle said when the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Yeah.
When you have hunger to learn, you tend to be taught by many people. They pique your curiosity.
Yeah.
Because you even when you're a teacher or speaking to people, you can tell a person who's listening with rapt attention. You tend to direct yourself more to them. So Mikali, I think the one thing that liberated me was long time ago, stop seeing myself as a victim and stop using the language I grew up hearing, there's no money, there's no money, there's no money, there's no money. No, I start asking, how can I get the money? Because there's a how.
Yeah.
There is a how.
Yeah.
And I don't tell my child, we can't afford. Don't think that way. We are not like those people. Your friends are going for a trip, not us. We can't. I tell them, we shall. Not now, but we shall. For now, this is what we have. So Mikali, I think we can just start by exposing ourselves to those people who have what we don't have, and stop comforting myself with people who normalize mediocrity, because among us mediocrity is acceptable, and they don't make me uncomfortable. No, I want a person who talks language that I feel foolish, and I have to humble myself and learn. If you're always the smartest in the room, that's why you remain poor, because you are dominating over small people. I think it's time now financially is now we stop shining too much among other broke fellas and go to other people.
You're the king of fools.
You have to ask, where can I get this shoe? What about this dress? What about that suit? When I find people who teach me and challenge me, what they drive, how they talk, where they live, that's why I feel positive challenge. Isn't it? It's not good on my ego, but it's good on my future. Now I know to value my future. Yes.
Absolutely. And with that note, I think we open up the floor to have any questions directed. Yes.
Yes. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
I'm Okelo Steven. I'm a filmmaker, so I'm so interested in the topic of mindset. And like me, January has been the shortest one, not the longest one.
Good.
Because whatever I planned to do within January, I've accomplished whatever I wanted to do within 6 months. Within January, I said December that I want to do at least 10 film scripts this year. But I found myself, I've done 12. And the year has not elapsed. So I say whatever I could do in the last 6 months, in the next 6 months, I've done it within a month. So the month has been short to me because I have to do a lot. So again, with the mindset, you talk about, you set yourself waking at 3. I told myself this year, I'll be waking at 5. So at 5, I do the readings, the motivations. Ikifika 6, I bathe, niingie job. Unaona? So I just appreciate the show of today. It's just aligned with my spiritual motivation and affirmation. Yeah.
Okay, do you have a not to do list? I'm interested.
Yeah, the do list I did last year, December 25th, when people were celebrating the Christmas day. So I was just there in the house doing my list. Na watoto pia wananisumbua pale ati dadi nataka hii. So I had to budget for them as I sent them away. You with your mom go out, mwende out. So nimewapatia pesa. Nibaki peke yangu. So nijipange for 2026.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, great.
And Miguel, you know, somebody may find this show and scroll next.
Yes.
Because it's not a scandalous gossip.
No,
It's
but
not
it's very rich.
It's not celebrity discussion.
Yes.
And I like what he's saying, that sometimes he was grounding himself when the world was crazy.
Yes.
I think he was just exercising not to go with it, to be carried by what is going on. I can imagine where he's coming from, because sometimes we lose ourselves in going with the crowd.
Yes.
And sometimes he's doing something extreme. I don't encourage you to stay down and start budgeting on Christmas. That is too extreme. It's for him.
Yeah.
But I encourage you to do what he's doing, being conscious. He planned what to do and he's already achieving in January. Yes. I can only imagine what he will now achieve in the remaining time.
Yeah.
I think we should agree that sometimes our emotions get used to sensationalism and entertainment, but money requires stability and objectivity.
And boring.
Boring stuff.
And boring. And Mercy, you can chime into that as well.
Congratulations. I think we were in the same boat.
Yes.
Thank you.
I find it a bit cool to just settle down when the world is very much waving all over. Because at that moment, you're able to think through things, compose yourself and get to see things in the right way.
Okay.
When everyone is fighting traffic, why should you fight traffic? Why should you fight it? Because I don't seem to get. When everyone is fighting traffic, sit down somewhere, connect with people who can lead you to your destiny.
Yes.
Other than fighting traffic. When people are busy discussing things that don't matter to you, or else they don't add any value to you, why can't you sit down with people whom you look up to and discuss substantial stuff? You know? So as I can add to him, I can say, it's a plus. Any day you feel like people are going this direction, sit down with yourself and get to see whether you can organize your life. Because it's not about them, it's about you. The results will come to you. At the end of the day, whether you fight traffic, whether you fight the hype, whether you fight everybody, you will sit back and ask yourself, what did I achieve?
Yeah, it happens afterwards. It's a January of its own kind, because after the hype has died down, then so you went with the hype. Now what?
Yes.
True.
Yes.
Now what?
Now what?
Okay, we have a question right there. Sedena.
My question goes to Benjamin Zulu.
Yes.
Financial failures is like branded as moral failures. So what can be, while the opportunity for the second chances are denied, so what can be done to evade this?
I like the language. Financial failures have been branded like moral failure. Like if you don't have money, you're failing life.
Yes.
I think the real issue there you're asking is, why do we shame the learning process? Because learning and setbacks many times are one and the same thing. I think those of us who have tried genuinely and it was too slapped on the face. You started the business genuinely hoping, and friends hyped you that they will support you, and it collapsed. Now you're in debt, taking you a while to recoup. Then people flee from you. They look at you funny. It's like you are careless. We told you, why didn't you do this? So Mwikali, I think, I saw this quote saying, when I remember how many times I came close to collapsing, I have no energy to judge those who have collapsed.
Yes.
When I remember that in many areas of my life, I'm still under judgment.
Yes.
I have no energy to judge anybody. Let's agree that anybody who has attempted and failed never discourages another one who is trying. Absolutely. Let me just console you. Remember your name, please. Evelyn, let me remind you that when you try business, you'll never be ridiculed by business moguls. When you try football, you'll never be ridiculed by football, those who know football. When you try saving, those who know saving will never ridicule you. They'll just give you a tap, tell you, don't worry, we were there, keep trying. The loudest boos come from failures who have never tried again.
Yes, yes.
So instead of saying society, all of it is hating me because I have no money, just say, it's those who are not trying who hate me for it.
Yes.
The person driving Range Rover, they find you doing your own walks, they tell you, keep it up, girl. The successful people know the journey of failing and trying again. And in any case, they tend to give you encouragement or even opportunities. My encouragement for you, Evelyn, and all of us who feel ashamed, who feel being left alone, who feel like we're being called names, people are pointing with a tongue, you know, and you're failing. You know, you pass and they're like, you know, and you feel it, you know, energetically.
Of course,
or they greet you with a brush. You know, sometimes people really hold, other times they, it's like you have an infectious disease. You know, or they hug you sparingly. You know, you are busy, you are ready for a hug, but they go back too soon. You feel micro rejections. You know, or you arrive and they leave. You know, people are just funny, you know, you contribute, they don't. The moment you feel left out because you don't have a job now, you have stayed out for long. Since COVID, you never peaked. People are looking at you funny, you're not buying clothes, you're not joining them in going for trips. You're not contributing that cycle again. I just want to encourage you, you're in the wrong group. It may be the time to outgrow that group. Keep trying. The only people who you should avoid are those who fail and they use the failure as an excuse to never try again. The person who's trying again, never rule them out. Eventually they will stand up. Yes.
And Mercy, do you want to chime into that? I could hear your yeses and your amens in there. Yes.
Yeah, one thing I'll tell that lady is that, girlfriend, try as many times as you can. If they don't greet you, move on to the next person who will appreciate your value. If that next person doesn't appreciate your value, just find a group that just buys your idea. The world is too big for you to cocoon yourself in a group of 10 people who looks at you like, where are you coming from? My friend, this world is for people who try. Thank you.
Yes. It's a snap and snap and snap. Thank you so much for that. We have a question there. Yes. It's you, mtetezi. Mwanaharakati.
Okay, naitwa Mwanaharakati J Habuba na niko na swali hapa kidogo. So mwezi wa 11 last year nilitoa job sehemu kwa kampuni. Lakini kwenda huko wakaniambia kitu tumekuitia bado hujafika. So nikatia bidii, hizo vitu walikuwa nataka nilitimiza by the usiku wa kesho. Jana nilitimiza jana. Sasa nikawa na goals zangu kwamba kuna kitu nataka kuweka. Like alafu ukiona kutafuta job Kenya ni ngori, inabidi usimame kama wewe. So nikafungua bank, nikawa ninatunza tu. Although hiyo pesa bado haijatosha. Alafu sasa unaendelea tu kutunza, unajinyima ufanye kitu yoyote ndio ukuje utimize kitu unataka. Alafu sasa swali langu linaingilia like uko na mtu wako pale. Wewe unajinyima ndio ukuje umweke kesho maisha mazuri. Alafu yeye haoni kama unajinyima. Wakati mwingine yani anaona tu labda kwa mfano kama mkule hiyo, lakini hiyo saving nyingine ya kesho yani ile kuangalia kesho, si ndio?
Yes.
Sometimes you feel kwamba unaweza kuwa alone ama una feel kwamba unaweza tafuta mtu kwa sehemu fulani because of peace na uweke investment juu kesho huwezi jua. So swali langu ni una handle aje situation kama hiyo penye wewe mwenyewe una struggle kusave uweke, ukipata kama ni so una make sure labda umetumia 50, hiyo 50 umerusha huko.
Lakini yeye hafanyi hiyo kitu.
Lakini hapo kuna mtu mwenye haoni kitu unafanya. Hiyo situation unaweza handle.
Mwanaharakati, let me ask. Define huyu mtu wako. Nipe context. What is between you? Mko na nini kati yenu? Ni wife, ni girlfriend, what is it?
Okay. She's a wife.
Oh.
Yeah.
You are saying you are already legally married.
Yeah.
It is too late.
Jamani Maulana, mwanaharakati unasaidiwa na nani?
It is too late. It is too late to discuss your wife. Asking Bona hana values of finances kama mimi, and I'm not discouraging you, I'm just saying now you just have to try retraining her and realigning what you are here for.
Yeah.
Guys, listen. Relationships are supposed to be an interview, not indulgence. Yes. Many of us are marrying through casual connections, not covenant. We go through of convenience. Nimechoka kukaa peke yangu, kuja tuishi. So you start living a person and then marriage finds us along the way. Nikaenda kwao hivyo tukafanya ile kitu. So the foundation is convenience. What he's discussing is called fundamental misalignment. And fundamental misalignment is like the foundation of a house. When it has a crack, it's very difficult to correct it. You may have to demolish the whole house. I'm not discouraging those who find themselves in this situation. It's the only redemption is kama ako teachable na anapenda kulearn, put it as plainly na utafute motivation. Bro, umpeleke out, muongee mdua kwa 11th floor, kuna restaurant kwa 11th floor. Akiona huko the city atakuwa inspired. Unaona hizo mataa, nataka nikupeleke huko. So, bro, sell your vision. Kuna ile mambo ulimpendea, I'm sure kuna mahali mna connectia. Lean on that. Praise what you know she's good at. Sometimes, Mwikali, I think men, we bite too much, more than we can chew. Yes. You find a well-put woman like Mwikali and you promise her heaven, na hiyo mbingu hujaienda. I mean, wewe mwenyewe. You find a person who has a class of life. No, hujajipima kama utawezana nayo. So sometimes the woman is just doing what you promised. Why, if you accept me, you never have to sweat again. Over my dead body, a queen like you never have to sweat. I'll give you the life. Just try me. And then she tries you. And when she's doing what you promised, you start complaining. So, Mikali, sometimes I think mwanaharakati may just need to renegotiate the agreement. Yes. Nilikuwa nimekwambia na kubeba kwa mgongo, lakini vile nimesikia nitavunjika.
Consider.
So umwambie economy ni mbaya. You can blame the devil, blame the government, blame everything ndio upewe some lenience. Si ukitaka government ama sako it's often your loan unatange mauongo zote pamoja na za kazi. Sasa hata wewe enda ulete zote you renegotiate the terms. Umwambie twende pole pole kidogo. Yes.
Kuna hope. Kuna hope. Jaribu. Tumeambiwa pale juu. Hapa Novotel utapata mambo yote unataka. Utapata mahali pa kuona hiyo vision. We're going to take a quick break, pay our bills, and we will be right back. This is The Elevate Show. Welcome back to The Elevate Show. And I'm super excited for this conversation that we're having. And like Zulu said earlier, it might just not have enough clickbait for you to just want to see Nyuda Gani inaendelea huko. But this show is full of beautiful, beautiful gems. And where best to have this conversation other than the Novotel hapa Westlands, Lower Kabete Road. Yani, ukikaa hapa ni venye Zulu amesema, if you go to the 11th floor, you're able to make those decisions seeing where you want to be. So mwanaharakati, all the very best with that. Tunakutakia utuletee feedback please. Usifanye peke yako huko, utuambie venye kutaenda. But we're still in the session for answering questions as we handle financial goals for the year and mindset shift, what to do, what not to do. Faraji, you have a question?
Okay, thank you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And good evening. My question goes to Zulu. Actually, we have goals. Tulikuwa tumeandika goals.
Wewe na nani?
Oh.
Sorry. Pengine unataka kutuambia mwingine ni nani?
Ikifika Valentine tutasema. So nilikuwa nimeandika goals na not what to do. But sasa the question is how not to do it. So unapata maybe nimesema I will not work with certain people ama sitakuwa kwa group fulani. Then unapata hiyo group tuko na vitu fulani nafaidika nazo kidogo lakini mingi naumizwa. So unapata maybe ikifika 9 ama 10 najua nikienda pale nitaachieve kitu fulani. Lakini sasa unapata hiyo 10 watanieka mpaka 12 na naenda kulose kitu fulani. So unapata hiyo discipline bado sijajua vile naipanga. So nataka nijimanage vizuri. So ule mtu asifeel sijamuacha. Lakini nitafaidika naye mahali fulani. Lakini pia mimi sitaki kulose. So issues like that, how should we handle it?
3 ways. One of them, I want you to learn how to burn bridges. Burning bridges is okay. When you're growing, if you have heard of people like Genghis Khan or Napoleon Bonaparte or the generals who had many victories in the world, they always knew how to put their armies in situations that you either win or die. In your life, there are some situations that you can't trust your heart. You can't trust your feelings. You know those people, when you hang around them, you always lose yourself. So instead of waiting to see how it goes when they come, burn the bridges, block the number, just make it impossible. Ni block. Let me tell you, by the way, guys, this is for men. I know men know this because ladies practice it every day. But men, gentlemen know how to block a woman you like too much. You like her too much, she's a danger to your marriage. She's a danger to your life. You know, there are people who don't, you have a reservation with them every time. I mean, if you just place your order, they will deliver. Yes. You can come to your house on a text.
Yes.
And yet you want to go free. Akadata niko free, you come. Nana come.
Yes.
And that's all. From there is a downward. Utajipata ukijuta. You know, somebody say, you see some people praying and crying in church. Don't envy them, thinking they're deep in spirit. They're just repenting the same sins. You know, Mungu nimerudi kwa huyo mtu haki tena. So I'm going to teach you, bro, how to burn bridges. Block people even when you have not fought. Blocking may be extreme, especially when they are aggressive. But there's another form of blocking called fading away. Fading away is just don't respond And the next strategy I'll tell you that has worked for me is replacement. What they were meeting in your life. Umeniambia kuna vitu positives. For example, you're trying to avoid drinking, but the person who advises you about life, who gives you business connections, who mentors you, huwa mnaongea mnguu wapi? Kwa club. In the midst of kamunyweso. Hapo ndipo anakupea mawaidha. Katika kamunyweso you spend all your family time. Children unapata washalala. In the midst of kamunyweso you end up also spending all your money going back to addiction. The cycle continues. Yes. So kama ni cocktail of things you don't want together things you want, find a person who gives you advice without alcohol and start spending that time with them. Replace them directly. You don't kill habits, you replace them. Actually, if you go to 12-step recovery for addiction, they usually tell them the time you used to drink, the time you used to indulge that thing in gambling, in betting, you know. Nowadays, people are pilots without aircraft, you know.
Yes.
They're piloting. Yes. And it's being called, you know, how to buy. And somebody is gambling their money thinking they're piloting, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So if you know it's that time for piloting, if it's that time, find a person who helps you with counsel for life without that vice and be useful to them. You know, Mikali, they lied to us. Be among 5 millionaires, you become the 6th. Why would millionaires hang out with a broke person? You know, I think that story was such a fake motivation. They told me to hang out with millionaires. Do I know where they go? Can I even afford the entry fee?
Yes.
You know, I went to a certain hotel with my friend. We were just having an exploratory spirit.
Yes.
At the gate, you pay money. You reserve with the money, then you use it to feed inside. It's not where you just take coffee and pay 500 and you dodge.
No.
It's a minimum. So millionaires are going places where the entry alone.
Yes.
To join the golf club where they play, I needed to party with $500,000. I don't have $500,000 yet.
Yeah.
Bro, I can tell you, be useful to people who have what you want. And one way to be useful is simply serve them with the logistics. Learn how to be an errand boy for that boss who you want to learn how to be disciplined. Some of the people you work for, you just like their composure, their discipline, their consistency. They are richer than you, yet they talk. They're more polite. They're more punctual. You are poorer. You don't keep time. You overeat. You oversleep. You make noise the whole day. You dress poorly. You don't concentrate. You doze the whole afternoon. You overstay for lunch. You have the wrong friends. You overdrink. You are broke. And the guy who has money, who is paying you, is punctual, doesn't drink, doesn't make noise. He's not hanging out with women. You are following women on Instagram and drool and zooming in, and you are broke. The fellow who has money is not so. You may want their discipline. Come close to them. You realize they don't feed their mind with junk. Actually, when they are free, they read a real book. Some of us have never read a real book because you think our phone has replaced and no wonder you are so blank because you don't read anything. You know, just want to tell you, bro, get close to that boss, that senior, and be useful to them. Do their clerical work for free. Do their shows. Just be useful to them. They keep you around, then you watch. They drop gems of wisdom for you. Mwikali, I've done humbling work of being the errand boy for big people for free because I knew the proximity is all I needed. I learned how to dress from them. I became ashamed for dressing funny when the guy I'm admiring has taken time to dress. And me, I'm just wearing an Arsenal t-shirt. No problem with Arsenal t-shirt. But if the fellow is already ahead of me, has taken time to even put on a tie and detail, and I'm there looking funny, thinking now I'm swaggerific, and I am broke. I never used to have a wallet. I was just careless. I was just put money in there. And I see him arrange, and I'm like, wallet, what is it with the you organize your money the way you organize your mind. Oh, okay. Your cards, put them. And now I learned that through proximity. Bro, get different people and be useful to them. The last strategy I'll tell you to change your life is to bet on yourself. If you don't bet on yourself, nobody else will. Whenever they call you for interview and pitch, negotiation, business, they're always asking you, what are you worth? Prove me you're worth all that. Start talking to yourself that you're worth all that. That is, you talk it to other people, it's not the first time you're hearing it. Some of you have asked you to convince me to pay you 100,000. You start squirming. I'm ready to pay you. Please convince me. I want to pay you to 100,000. I want to invest in your business. Did you say 100,000? You 100? You said 100. If you have never imagined yourself with that money, you will squirm, you will fear, you will run. True or false?
True.
Start talking to yourself. You want somebody to bring 1 million. If I was paid this how much, I'll tell it to you and you get happy. How did you know? Let me tell you. You actually come to where you've already been talking. Change your self-talk. Bet on yourself. Believe you are the one. And your ancestry was waiting for you. After you, no poverty. After you, no dysfunction. After you, no alcoholism. After you is wealth, success. After you, global travel. Bro, say it. As you say it, you begin to see it. You know, Abraham was told to get out and look up. But you was told what you see is what you shall be. Begin to see different things. That's what you shall be.
Oof. Mercy, please.
Oh, yes. On the same, I'd like to tell you that, you may feel like joining these clans might be very expensive, but If you connect with people that show up in the clubs and request them to invite you as a visitor,
Correct.
you don't pay.
Correct.
One time, I can tell you this for free. The first time for this girl to be invited in a golf club, I turned up and I'd been invited as a visitor. And I got there and I just wondered, oh my God, where am I? Because I was so out of place. Are you with me? But I'm telling you, there are things you learn by impartation. You see the way we are sitting in here?
Yes.
There's something I'm picking from Benjamin.
Yes.
There's something I'm picking from Wikari. And there's something you're picking from us. My point is this. On that very first day, you'll feel like out of place. But show up the next time. If that person turns you down, because of course there are people who tell, invite me as a visitor, and they look at you and wonder, you, me, visitor, my place. No way, not now. It's okay. Wait, give yourself time to tell yourself, okay, if it was an issue of dressing, I'll try to dress better. If you have no idea how to dress better, get into YouTube. Search. How can I dress better at this age? You will be guided accordingly. Yeah. Are you with me? Don't just follow people who talk rubbish. That rubbish won't add value to you.
No.
Follow people who talk sense. People who can guide you in the way of life that you want to achieve. Are you with me?
Yes.
If, for instance, you're looking to achieve, for instance, I don't know what career you're looking to grow in. Follow people that are in that career. Look at how they're doing their things. Are you with me? It is true, some clubs are very expensive to join. Of course, I didn't tell you to go to Wadidegla Club where you'll be charged 1 million. No. Look for United Kenya Club. They have standards. They move from high, going average all the way to wherever. As in, there is a starting point.
Yes.
Are you with me?
Yes.
So the thing is, as I said earlier, this thing starts with your mind. Which direction do you want to move to? There is no way you'd wish to come to Westland from town and you start moving from, a town to Gong Road. My friend, you're lost.
True.
Are you with me?
Absolutely.
Look for people, mentors. If you try one mentor, you try to, getting closer to them and they run away from you.
Yes.
Get the next, my friend. There are so many people, we agree that this world is full of people. Living people, people are breathing. People who've achieved. If one person runs away from you, get the next. By the time you've done 5 men, you're doing better. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's
and you're
true.
learning along the
And
way.
you're learning.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mercy, for that. We have another question, Pale Nyuma.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
This is Mrembo Mcheshi Kananu Catherine, and I have a question to Zulu. What should be done to these people who give fake financial promises? How? A boss has promised you a job, who will be paying you a certain amount of money. But after working, it is not like that. Maybe a boss, maybe it's just some work that you've done, but you've not been paid the amount that they promised. Or if someone who is in need has been promised some money by someone, but at the end of it, they knew from their mind that they will not help you. And they just fail. They just tunasema ya kwamba wanaingia mitini. So they just disappear like that. So just give them a dose.
2 answers. I think if it is a contract where it's employment, a service you rendered, and somebody is supposed to pay, make sure whenever you do jobs, it is in writing. Even if it's just an email or an exchange, the request, make sure it is in writing so that you can use it to claim your justice.
Yeah.
When something is not on paper, it's vapor. Stop settling on just phone call. I'm requesting you to do this and that. No, you can follow up and say, according to your request, thank you so much. In your conversation, and you pay me that money. If they confirm, yes, that's correct. That conversation is your trails, your paper trail. What you can use now in the in the employment tribunal, or just HR or whatever, just finance. This is what I was promised. This is how I delivered. All right. When it comes to personal things, like a needy person has been promised money. Mikali, when it comes to money, money is a shield. And Mikali, I don't want you to depend on your safety in this world from borrowed shields. You will die in the battles of this life. And this particularly, thank you, because it's a woman was asked it. Because women have been taught to look for rich men to give them shield, to shield them from life. When a man knows you depend on him for survival, he will make you his object. We are having scandalous things happening in our society because a person put themselves in the hands of another person who has money. Catherine, look for your own money so that a man treating you, paying a meal for you at Novotel, you're not shivering. You said you order what? And then, okay, do I take this? No, let him order. I'm not sure. You're not panicking. You can pay for whatever. And I'm not saying you tell him, I'll pay my bills, pay yours. Don't reject affection. Just have your own shield, money in your own handbag, in your own account. Should he vanish, some of them go to the washroom and they
never come back.
Mitini. You go for a very long haja kubwa, they just never come back. You still can cover. I'm just saying, have your own money first and don't go for boys before you can sort your bills. Don't talk about love before you can handle your own life. Don't say you're in love before you are in life. If you're just a student, you can't afford your own life, and you're saying, this guy is sending me money, he's enticing you to become dependent on him, so you can become his sex toy. And when they have paid your beer, paid your Uber, and you are standing there for them to pay everything, they will touch you anyhow, disrespect you anyhow, you are at their mercies. You should have your own money so that a man treating you is looking for your audience as a queen.
Yeah.
He is not feeding you like a slave. So do not be so needy that your survival depends on another person. Do not negotiate love and marriage and any connection when you cannot feed the children you want to get. Actually, how many children should I get? The number you can feed by yourself.
Yes.
Don't get a child for a man. Always get a child for yourself. Men die. They are not forever living.
No.
And their love can die. Some of them, they don't die, but the love for them, they tell you, I'm polygamous. And they go away.
Yeah. Yes.
You know.
Yes.
And some men are very faithful and spiritual when they are poor, but when they get rich,
Hey, things
they
change.
discover the African gods and they discover the things, you know, they go another way. You know, they become a brother in quote unquote. Just to tell you, do not put your hope in man. Put your hope in yourself and your God first and your ability to survive first. So that when people tell you or send you money, you appreciate it, but you don't depend on it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Mercy, do you have something for that?
Oh yeah. On that note, you can just, have a simple way of living, and you try to earn your own affordable living.
Yes.
Simple way we can maintain. By that I mean, you don't have to live in a 2-bedroom house, which has to be paid by someone else.
Hey.
Start with a bensitter or single. What are they called? Double.
Yes.
They're called double? Yes, that thing. That kind of a thing.
Yes.
Try somewhere. And I'm hearing people, employment. My good people, why can't you think of how to start up that small business? I can tell you this for free. Before you get to that employment that you're looking up to, you have a life to live. How will you be living it? Who will be maintaining that standard of life that you want to live? If you don't look for something to do, if you don't get to that dirty work, quote unquote, I'm telling you this for free. Before we got to here where we are, the girl who's talking to you right now has been a hawker in town.
Amen.
I'm telling you this for free. And that doesn't mean I never knew people who had money. I'm speaking this from experience.
Yes.
It all depends with how you look at life.
True.
If you live life to prove to people that you're making it, my friend, 5 years down the line, you'll have proved to yourself you never made no nothing.
True.
So you just choose. Will you start from somewhere and grow? Or you start from up there, prove to people that you are making it and fall.
Yeah.
And you don't fall to the point where you could have started. You fall lower, farthest. Choose. The choice is yours.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll get one final question. Yes.
Happy successful new year, guys.
Happy successful new year to you too.
Thank you. My name is Brenda, and my question goes to Zulu. We ladies, us with chamas. Now me have been in chamas, but I came to realize they are not profiting me anymore. So can you kindly advise us between chamas and MMFs? Which way can we go?
Okay.
For us to at least by the end of the year, you can find that your money, you kept money somewhere and it has grown. Number 2, speaking for me and maybe 99 others, when the new year started, we put goals, we even write down our goals. But ikifika March, we have already forgotten. And then now December comes and starts saying, but then nilikuwa ninunue gari this year. What happened? Ebu give us an inspiration, whatever, quote, ama anything that can keep us, help us to just give us energy because we're still in January.
Correct.
So that we can keep on whatever we wrote, like what Okelo said, he had plans.
True.
Like me, I had mine and I've already forgotten some. So yeah.
January tarehe 35 umeshasahau. Hey.
So how am
That's
I going
true.
to go through that?
Okay.
That's true. Now, the first question about merry-go-rounds or the groupings we belong to, just to tell you that you keep growing. Your social groups were helping you in learning how to put money aside, and then now you have outgrown that level of that amount you are giving or the conversations among those kind of people. Be grateful. Just be grateful and step up. Now, MMFs and other investment instruments, my formula has always been this. You use one as a bucket for gathering, then you use the next as investing any of the amount for investing on that level. Look at all the instruments that are available. Government bonds, securities, shares from companies. Look for companies that are performing the best locally and internationally. Look at how much they need. Then put a tier. I'll put the money aside until it is 1,000 shillings. Then I'll do the MMF. And 10,000, I'll move it to MMF to this high according to interest rates and how much you want to invest that money. Okay? 10-year policies for your kids, 15-year for this and all that. Every birthday, one of the things is to put something aside, grow yourself, your net worth on the birthday. Instead of just pouring water, a bucket of water on yourself or drinking yourself silly, you know, increase your net worth by reflection, putting something aside. So look at the instruments that work for you. Be grateful for the women groups that you used and they grew you. I don't know why men don't have chamas.
I don't know.
They do. They do have. They do.
Okay. Where's Zulu?
Let's hope they're coming up. But they tend to meet around football and drinking and those kind of things.
Yes.
But women have a lot of table banking, a lot. They really started with them.
Yes.
Just to encourage you then, on about the resolutions, my encouragement for you, Brenda, is this. Avoid 10 resolutions. Pick only a few, the ones that you can carry mentally, without having to refer. Carry the few that will define yourself this year. If you know this year I need to complete my diploma, this year I need to get married, this year I need to straighten my marriage, this year I need to get close to my spouse, this year I need to forgive, I need to heal, I need to start eating right, I need to get in shape. Whatever is a major goal, then another one. One personal, one financial, and then basically 3. Most of your goals are just fragmented, 3 of them.
Yes.
Bring them back to that. The one financial, the one personal, then maybe the one social. Once you know that's what you want, even when you conduct yourself here, for example, when you to get married, you will not appear here dressed like a funny character. You know you're meeting people and you know, this year I'm supposed to meet people, they respect me. I want ladies to greet me. When I greet them, they don't just look at me funny. I want to appear like I know where I'm going. So they respect me. You know, that kind of a thing. Make them simple and life-changing. And then the last thing is, write them, put them in front of you on your screensaver, where you study, put them there. Make them affirmations. Even you can have drawings. If it's a car, come up with a number plate. Write it there. If it's what kilos you want, the particular ideal weight, write the number there. You wanted to move from 97 to 72, write 72. And let 72 be your number, is your password everywhere. People don't know why your passwords are 72 nowadays. It's because that's the goal you're working on. Put it in your day-to-day life. Force yourself to think in terms of that goal. Somehow or other, you stop eating mutura on the road, avocado everywhere you see, because you are saving money for that car. And you know, small money is matter. Make the goals few, put them in front of you, infuse them in your day-to-day living, and make them become part of your habits, not just something you wrote and you forgot in a resolution book.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. As we come to the end of this, you see our time is coming to an end. Maybe you can just touch on, as your parting shot, and you can add your parting shot to this question as well, but the importance of budgeting beforehand and not running or scrambling after money is already in your pocket. Yeah. So the importance of budgeting, as you give us your final and parting shot to our audience.
Great. So I'll start with that, then I get to
Yes.
this. So on the note of the chamas, one thing I'll tell us is that nowadays we have MMFs for chamas. Why MMF? MMF, some money market funds are giving, a return on investment for as high as 18% per annum. In case you have no idea where such is coming from, as I said earlier, liars connect with people that are in that industry who are giving that. Okay, by that I mean, if you don't mind, you can engage me and I'll be able to show you which one is giving what over what. Okay. So I'm here to let us know, yes, chamas can be included where we can open a group account with money market funds. Even companies, if you're running a company like Mr. Okello, yes, you can invest in one running a company. They can as well invest their money, and it's good to be in one chama because, as you've heard, it gives you that discipline. But after you've gotten the discipline, now it's up to you to think, how do I invest? The goal is to have passive source of income, money that can pay you even when you're sleeping. You know, after you have managed to, accumulate one. Accumulate one pot. Think of next. You know, get more and more information over the same, because you can't invest in something that you don't understand. So if you are green or even Jago green, you have no idea on what you are getting into. First, get information about it. Don't just go, oh, the market is here, yalla, let's get it, my friend. What is it? Relax. Get to understand it. Are you with me?
Yes.
Yes, that is on Jama thing.
Yes.
So if you are there and that is the direction you are moving, feel free to engage us. Are you with me? On the budgeting.
Yes.
There is a tool you can get. By a tool, I mean an Excel that can show you this is the much I spend on rent, this is much I spend on expenses, this is the much I spend on my saving and investment. This essentially something to just show you how you spend, how much you spend, and you stick to that. If you don't, the world will prove to you, my friend, we are here to spend your money. Everybody will be crabbing for attention to your money. Everybody. After all, you have no idea where you want to take it. Are you with me?
Yes.
So the thing is, just tell yourself, my life is mine. I am here to plan it. Because even if people don't see it, they are also here to spend your money.
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you.
And your parting shots?
Oh, great. So now, the thing is that in as much as you may not have had a plan so far for January or for 2026, you can start from where you are. It's never too late.
That's true.
We are just 3 weeks to January, and you can as well reorganize your life and keep rolling. So just, sit down yourself, get to have a mentor, get to have a financial advisor. Let's walk this journey together. By the time we'll be sitting here in December, I'm telling you, results will tell us that we did something quite commendable.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Zulu, your parting shots?
Mwikali, for me is to tell you that you will not have a new year if you don't have a new you. To just be a copy paste of last year. And if you don't change how you think, sorry, I'm not a prophet of doom, but I know what will happen. You are the prophecy for what will come.
Yes.
So we are waiting to see how the year turns. It will depend. They call me next month. Let's see how it goes. It will go how you are already thinking. I just want to invite you that the teacher who released me told me, you don't have to wait for New Year, 1st January. You can always have a new life the moment you decide to think differently.
Yes.
I want to release you from overwhelming changes by asking you to get one change. One change in your life by just studying 30 minutes every day, waking up earlier, being disciplined in your eating. Whatever has been bothering you is not universal to everyone. So stop reading other people's what they are writing. Their question, their question is different. Mwikali, my parting shot for you is this: don't be intimidated over the year. Whatever people are doing, make it personal and get one thing that if you change it, the rest of your life will change. Just be punctual, be more quiet, be more intentional. Stop yapping over your dreams. Surprise people with your results. Stop posting everything. Stop showing your body. Stop showing your brain. Next time, instead of turning and showing people the nyash, the sitting allowance, show them the thinking allowance. Show them what you have done differently. Instead of investing more in your hair, invest more in your head. Instead of showing people what you have, let them be shocked that you have already accomplished things by the end of this year. Thank you.
Absolutely. And on that very powerful note, I hope you all have learned something today. Yes. Sindio? Tulikuwa tumeandika tunaenda kurethink. Hii mwaka inaweza anzia hii tarehe, sindio? Remember, there is no timeline. New year will not be a new year if there is no new you. So start with new you. Thank you so much for joining us today on The Elevate Show. This is the first one this year. We promise you amazing conversations for the rest of the year. So every Wednesday, tuko hapa, 9:30 p.m. And also say special thanks to Novotel for hosting The Elevate Show. You can find it up at 2 Westlands. Pop in. They have amazing, beautiful sites and food and restaurants. Unachagua ni gani unataka kuenda. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you next week. Same time, same place. Adios.